finally spring. Warm temperatures across the region. Expected to be in the 70s coming up when our next rainmaker will be.
Chaos in the Sunshine State. 2 tornadoes rock southern Florida, damaging an airport. We'll show you the heaviest hit areas.
And collateral damage. After suffering damage from Hurricane Harvey, several citizens now face fines. We'll have their stories coming up.
Get the coffee ready and open up those eyes. You're waking up with Cardinal weather.
From Ball State Unified Media, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. With Nathan, Tanner, Emerson, Katie, and Ballant live from the Ball State Weather Center.
Good Friday morning to you. You're waking up with Cardinal weather. I'm Tanner Holbrook.
I'm Emerson Lehman.
And I'm Katie Parker along with Ballant Salavari. Thanks for joining us.
And guys, it is going to be a hot one out there. Finally spring.
Finally
Thank
spring.
goodness.
It's waited long enough.
I know, yeah.
Finally have some April sunshine, staying away from the April showers.
Hopefully. But the showers might be in store. Ballant, what do you have for us this morning?
Hey, good morning, everybody. And yeah, those showers are on the horizon. A beautiful day yesterday. We're going to see basically a repeat of that. We're already above the 60-degree mark, 63 as you head out the door. Southwest wind at 13 miles per hour, allowing for a comfortable breeze outside. Clear radar, just a few high-altitude clouds working their way out of the region within the past few hours. However, when we look farther out to the west, towards the western Great Plains, we see some active weather going on. A lot of blizzard warnings in effect with this system. This is going to be our next weather maker that's going to work its way further east within the next 36 hours. So as the day progresses on Precision Cast, by 9 a.m., we're going to see some clouds start to work their way on in. That's going to continue throughout lunchtime by 1 p.m. Here come those clouds even heavier, and then we may even see some isolated showers pop up around your late evening commute by 5 p.m. These could trek further south, but we should be in the clear. Not a high probability for rain throughout the late evening afternoon. Temperatures well above average for this time of year. Upper 70s, 78 degrees for the high in farmland today, 76 in Marion later on. Now for the overnight hours, 60 degrees for the overnight low. Pretty strong winds still, 15 to 20 miles per hour from the south-southwest. Gusts could exceed upwards of 25 miles per hour in association with some storms that we will be seeing through the overnight hours. And that's going to set us up for a marginal risk for severe weather through the morning hours into tomorrow. Great portion of east central Indiana under that marginal risk. Regions further up north under a general thunderstorm warning. So let's go ahead and track that down on Precision Cast. By 12 a.m., here comes the showers. Look at all the reds and oranges. Those are going to indicate where those heavy pockets of showers are going to be. So this system is going to continue to trek its way on through Indiana through the early morning hours. By 11 a.m., we should see some clearing pockets throughout much of the state. Heavy cloud coverage though, so not a lot of sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow. And then we'll see the showers become more isolated and widespread as the day progresses. Then a secondary system works its way through Sunday, so more washout conditions can be expected for Sunday. And that's going to continue all the way up until 7 p.m. on Sunday before we finally start to see some clearing conditions behind. Temperatures are going to reflect that system passing through, as temperatures are going to drop quite significantly all the way through Monday, 39 degrees. So we're going to see temperatures nearing 80 today. So over 40 degrees in the terms of 3 days. And we could even see some snow. Yes, snow returning back into the forecast on Monday. 31 that overnight low. So depending on how far that low does drop, it will depend on how we will see whether snow or rain on Monday, but then temperatures work their way up nicely, 67 again by Monday. And take a look at that, plenty of sunshine for the latter half of next work week.
I mean, we just can't catch a break, can we?
Just
No,
when
we
we
really
thought
can't.
all of the winter weather was going away, possible snow.
I was
I know.
all excited, and then you say that?
You know,
I'm
today's
sorry.
72. What, 72, right? Is that the high today?
No, we're going to see like 78 degrees.
78 degrees,
Yes.
even better, but I mean, still. You know, you give us
Break
this
out
nice
those shorts
weather.
today
I'm
and
the
then make
negative
sure you
Nancy
still
for
have your
today,
parka
yeah.
out
I
for
know.
Monday.
Get the warm jackets out for Monday.
Yeah.
All right, well, anyway, news from the south. The National Weather Service has confirmed 2 tornadoes ripped through parts of South Florida, damaging areas of West Palm Beach County and portions of a South Florida airport.
This was the scene at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. The National Weather Service says a tornado formed there Tuesday afternoon. The airport says one of its runways was shut down for about 2.5 hours so crews could remove debris. Hundreds of flights were either delayed or canceled, and the bad weather also caused a tree to topple onto a home in Fort Lauderdale. No injuries were reported, thankfully.
Also, check out this video. You're getting ready to look at video from NOAA's GOES East satellite that spotted the bubbling tops of a line from severe thunderstorms over Florida. Take a look at this. This past week, the severe weather impacted the Sunshine State, where a tornado-warned storm moved over Fort Lauderdale, causing damage to that airport that you just saw.
As the hurricane season is quickly approaching, the World Meteorological Association is retiring storm names from this past season. The names Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate are being retired. Late last summer, as we all remember, Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, were destructive forces and killed dozens of people. Between them, the storms caused more than $200 billion in damages.
And it's been more than 6 months since Hurricane Harvey devastated parts of Texas, and some people are struggling to recover. Now, one city is telling residents that they do have to get debris out of their front yards. Nick Notario has the story.
That's very true.
More than 20 years of memories now sit on Early and Harver's front yard.
Yeah, that's that polyurethane peeling up off of it.
It's not easy to look at the pile, but she's thankful it's there.
I was so happy, so delighted that, I was getting help.
A couple weeks ago, volunteers removed sheetrock, tile, and other trash. She hoped more help would arrive to take the pile away. Instead, this warning was handed to her. The city notice says she has 30 days to remove the debris.
We won't get into what I said. We won't do that.
She's not alone. Jose Martinez was shocked when a notice appeared on his door.
Last year's been rough. I mean, it's been almost, 7 months now, and we're still recovering from it.
Instead of fighting it, he returned home today to clean.
I understand where they're coming from because I don't like to see a trashy neighborhood either. But I think they should provide us with a place to go dump it.
On the warnings, the city says debris is causing drainage issues. While some plan to meet the 30-day deadline, Harver is at a standstill.
I'm still thankful that they came and helped us. I am regretting that the city, is taking the attitude that they're taking about this whole thing.
Now, it's not clear how many citations have been issued or how much fines will be for residents who do not comply.
Coming up, date night is canceled. We'll have the details.
Plus, we'll have one final look at your weather history. That's after your weather now. Back now at 8:12. Time for a little space news, and you're about to see the moon like you never have before. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter mission released its original tour of the moon in 2011, a 5-minute animation that takes you on a virtual tour of our nearest neighbor in space. And now, 6 years later, the tour has been recreated in eye-popping 4K resolution using the same camera path and drawing from the vastly expanded data of the original, giving you a new perspective into greater detail.
Yes, Space News, Tanner's favorite segment. Now it's time for my favorite segment, weather history. And as we saw earlier, it is tornado season. On this day in 2006, an F2 tornado hit Iowa City, causing over $15 million in damage to the city, along with parts of the University of Iowa campus. 30 people were injured and over 5,000 buildings were destroyed. And date night has been canceled, unfortunately. At least that's the case for one local Muncie business after Facebook advertising took down their posts.
Some little bit of instruction, but it's really more geared around a social event for couples to come and do something unique.
Eric McBride, co-owner of the Muncie Threat Assessment Center, MTAC for short, has said the inability to advertise on social media, Facebook in particular, has had a negative impact, forcing them to cancel the once popular event.
We started experiencing some of our ads being red flagged, if you will, by the campaign part of Facebook advertising. We had not seen any of those restrictions up until the point, and then they told us, hey, no longer are we allowing you, or maybe they never had allowed us and we just slipped through the cracks, if you will, to advertise the sale of ammunition.
While disappointed in the date-night cancellation, McBride says business is still booming with people coming from around the state to train at the facility.
Our reach, we're trying to go 250 miles out because we're consistently bringing people in from those distances.
In a statement to Newslink Indiana, Facebook said this: in accordance with Facebook's community standards and advertising policies, you cannot advertise the use or sale of a firearm.
You can whine and complain about it all you want, but at the end of the day, it's a private site. Somebody owns it, and their rules apply.
McBride said the company spent around $3,000 a month on Facebook ads. Those funds will now be used to help revamp the training center and for physical advertisements such as billboards and banners. And a popular film festival will be taking place this weekend. Find out how you can get involved next.
And you won't believe what we'll be eating with Alicia for our college cooking segment. That's next.
You're waking up with Cardinal weather.
Back now at 8:16. You know, it's expected to be a beautiful day today.
Very beautiful day. I'm really looking forward to those warm temperatures. We're going to enjoy the sunshine. Any big plans for the weekend, Dan?
I'm just going to enjoy the nice weather while we can, because it is supposed to rain.
Rain and
snow.
On Monday.
I can't wait to wear the shorts today. I mean, I'm probably going to have to repeat tomorrow.
Do you guys have like your outfits, like your winter and your summer outfits?
They're all
have
kind
them
of
all
combined in
my
my
room.
closet right now.
I had to dig for my shorts yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had to wear them in so long. But once I got them out, I was happy. I was walking around. I was enjoying myself. So I'm gonna do that again today. Enjoy the nice sunshine.
Well, now Liz Sefcik joins us at the whiteboard this morning for her breaking down the science segment behind social media. Liz.
Ever since the computer was developed in 1981,
I was supposed to talk.
9 years later, when the first form of internet addictive disorder was labeled, we finally started to see that there may be a trend with this associated with social media. In 2010, a Harvard case study showed that 200 students were allowed to take no phones and no digital media for a full 24 hours. Through that process, 80% of them reported cases of anxiety and depressive feelings with that. Since then, we've seen that MRIs have shown that when people are on their phones and on social media, the same parts of your brain are stimulated as when you are in intimate relationships, allowing for that euphoric sense to be shown through. With that being said, regions of our brain will allow for those endorphins to push through, allowing for those happy feelings associated with it. Since then, we're looking at the American Psychological Survey to show that this may end up being a new addictive case that will soon be presented in the future. That's the breakdown of the science behind social media addiction. Now I'll turn it back over to you guys.
Well, Frog Baby Film Festival is a Ball State staple.
Since the 1990s, the Movie Fest has given students the opportunity to show off their hard work. This week, Sarah Lehman and Andrew Smith went to Pruis Hall to get an inside look at the event.
Yeah, good morning, guys. This morning we're here at Pruis Hall, where tonight there's going to be held the 27th annual Frog Baby Film Festival. It's free and open for students and the public to come and watch the films.
So joining us now is Brooke Braun, who's one of the event coordinators for the Frog Baby Film Festival. Good morning, Brooke. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So talk to us a little bit about what the Frog Baby Film Festival is and what your role is with the event.
Oh, so I am one of the event coordinators for the festival. This is an entirely student-run film festival. We're screening 17 films tonight, all undergraduate productions. And in order to find out what they are, you have to come out and check out what we're all about.
All right. So talk to us a little bit about how the film festival got started and what your role is with it.
Well, I don't exactly know how it got started, but how I got started with it was I went to a club meeting and it sounded fun and I joined. And you can do that. So how students can submit films in future years. We open up our submissions around February every year, and there's about a month window you can do that. You have to be an undergrad student to submit a film, and anyone is welcome to participate.
All right.
So it doesn't have to be just telecommunications students, right? It can be anyone who has a passion for making films.
Correct.
And are there specific categories that people can enter, or how does that work?
I can't name all the categories off the top of my head, but I know some of the most popular ones are comedy, drama, horror. We've had some animation in the past. We have music videos that get submitted, public service announcements, alternative films, whatever floats your boat.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Now, I did hear that there might be a bonus or a perk for some of the first couple hundred guests to attend. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the first 100 individuals who come through our doors tonight will receive free concessions. The first 250 get a free insomnia cookie. There are over $500 worth of raffle prizes that you can enter to win. So you should definitely come, even if it's just for the free stuff.
Nice. Well, I'm very excited. I don't know about you guys, but I think that I'm going to be attending, if not just for the free cookies, but also to see the cool films that our own peers are making. So back to you guys at the desk.
Hey, thanks Andrew and Sarah. Some great weather in store today, so go ahead and take advantage of that as you do head out to that Frog Baby Film Festival. Already 63 degrees here in Muncie. Southwest winds at 13 miles per hour. That southerly flow is really what's driving those warmer temperatures, and it's allowing for that comfortable warm breeze throughout much of the day. Now today, temperatures are going to continue to climb all the way up to 73 degrees today here in Muncie. This is what the forecast is. I think we're going to reach even higher, maybe even upwards of 78 degrees here in Muncie in the afternoon. Now, for the overnight hours, this is where the weather is going to be changing. Overnight low, 60 degrees, pretty strong winds southwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour. However, we are going to be seeing some thunderstorms throughout the early overnight hours. Now, this is in association with a marginal risk of severe weather for a great portion of east central Indiana, further out towards west, towards Terre Haute, and portions hugging the Indiana-Illinois border under a slight risk for severe weather. Then general thunderstorms warnings further up to the northeast. Now, let's go ahead and break this down on precision cast. By midnight, the strong storms start to work their way in as indicated by these stronger reds and yellows on precision cast. Those are going to continue through the early morning hours and quickly clear on out by 11 a.m. You can see central Indiana is seeing clear conditions, but just overcast skies, but rain free. Then the rain is going to become more widespread and isolated as the day progresses. Heavier chance for rain on Sunday. Pretty washout conditions in store for much of Sunday. Then in terms of the weekend forecast, rain on both days, 65 for the high on Saturday and 52 degrees for the high on Sunday. And then temperatures are going to continue to fall on down through Monday, high of only 39 degrees. So a drastic change in temperatures with it compared to today through Monday, and a 30% chance for some snow flurries early in the morning on Monday. Then temperatures do ramp their way back up into the 60s and 50s, 67 degrees for your high on Wednesday and 59 for your degrees or for your high on Friday. Now, I do hear that there are some creepy crawlies in the studio, and I believe Tanner and Emerson are supposed to be eating some. So today on cooking, let's go ahead and toss it over to them, and let's see what they are going to be eating today.
Bernarchuk here with Angie Rapp, along with Michelle Kaufman and Emerson and Tanner. Today we're going to be talking about Science Friday. So, Angie, what is Science Friday?
Thank you so much for having me, first of all. I am with Indiana Public Radio. It's the National Public Radio affiliate right here at Ball State University. We are classical music and NPR news. We also broadcast a wide variety of entertainment and news programming. Science Friday is a program that we aired many years ago, and sadly it had to go away. It's hosted by Ira Flato. We are so excited that it's coming back today. Yes,
fun.
Today. It's news, it's brain food, you will love it. For instance, today's programming coming up at 2 o'clock, Ira is going to be talking about what do we learn about communicating with extraterrestrials? And then, does sand necessarily lead to better beaches? And then later, how does brow wriggling made better communication from our human ancestors? And then finally, bird calls are a marker of spring, but they may be coming from a surprising source. Wow. So a wide variety of topics are always covered on Science Friday. And interestingly enough, this is Friday, April 13th. It's also Thomas Edison's birthday, another famous scientist. So lots of fun for a Friday the 13th.
So what are you guys doing to celebrate the comeback of Science Friday?
Exactly. We are having a listening party, a launch party, a return of Science Friday, starting at 1:30 in the Letterman building, just right next door here. We could have cookies. In fact, we are. We could have punch. In fact, we are. But we thought, let's go science. Let's geek out. Let's have some bugs, because that's something that Ira has covered a lot on Science Friday. It's a thing, if you will.
This is the real brain food that you were talking about.
It really is. This is a thing. The eating of bugs is called entophomology, if you will.
Okay, so it's something we're about to partake in.
You are, and it's something that 2 billion people worldwide do. Okay, it's also packed full of protein, iron, calcium. It's low in carbs. It's probably paleo. It's probably, gluten-free. We don't know. It's probably very good for you.
You know, we're all about the budgets on college cooking.
Yes.
So you can find bugs anywhere.
Yeah.
Budget.
Eating them.
Budget.
Just gotta walk outside.
It's probably going to be something that we're going to find is much more sustainable in the future, and it might just catch on. And we're going to start here today.
So are we going to try these guys?
So what we're going to have later on at the party is some chocolate coffee flavored crickets.
Which are these little things?
Which are these little guys in the front. Everybody take one.
Oh, here we go.
If you will. Have you guys ever tasted?
Cheers, guys.
Nope.
Cricket? Yes. Cheers, your cricket.
The first time. Cheers, everyone.
Oh no!
Okay.
See, it doesn't want me. It doesn't want me to put it in my mouth.
1. Crunchy.
It tastes like coffee.
It tastes like coffee.
Coffee and
Good.
something else. I like cricket.
And
Chocolate.
Interesting.
what are these ones?
Those are.
Those are the barbecue worms.
Barbecue worms,
They
guys.
look like something barbecue. Okay, I like barbecue. Like
Smells
barbecue.
barbecue-y.
I like those better.
I do
It tastes
too.
like a Lay's chip, guys.
Right.
These ones, way too crunchy. These ones, perfect.
And who is this one for?
We're just calling that one the Big Nasty. Emerson.
Big Nasty?
Big
Big
Nasty.
Nasty
That
for
one's not
Emerson.
flavored.
Does that come from this bag?
Yeah,
flavored either.
That's not
The
flavored.
mixed bugs.
Here we go.
Down the hatch.
Oh, Emerson.
Yep, that's nasty.
All right, now you got to read a tease after you just took that big old bug in.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Everybody, make sure to tune in to Science Friday today on IPR.
Yep.
And next in trending, an unplanned arrival for a popular late night host. Wow, this is interesting.
Plus, an American's favorite yodeler is making waves. That's all after your weather now. back now at 28 past the hour. Time to take a look at what is trending.
Yes. Okay. Are we on Survivor or Cardinal weather here?
Good question.
I got some stuff in my teeth.
I'm proud of you guys.
You know, it wasn't as bad as I feel like. I think it was like the initial shock, and then it's like, okay, it goes down a little
wow,
bit.
I'm really about to eat a cricket.
Made it, but yeah, that was very interesting.
I'm proud of you
Cross
guys.
it off the bucket list.
But
anyway.
Last night on a show, Late Night, Seth Meyers talked about the birth of his son, Axel. He was born on Sunday during a dramatic birthing experience. Meyers tells how a normal Sunday brunch turned into a surprise delivery in their apartment lobby. Throughout his story, he found light in the very serious emergency. At one point, Meyers even joked with his audience that it looked like his wife was, quote, hiding a baby in her sweatpants.
Wow.
Could you imagine
That's
that?
pretty bold.
You know, I love watching Late Night with Seth Meyers. Congratulations to him and his wife.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Definitely.
very cool.
And moving on, hello, the Walmart yodeling boy was at it again this week. Check it out. From Walmart to the Grand Ole Opry, 11-year-old Mason Ramsey, otherwise known as the Walmart yodeling boy, made an appearance on Ellen Tuesday. Stop.
That kid's awesome.
Ramsey performed his signature song and afterwards was told by Ellen that she would be fulfilling his dream of singing at the Grand Ole Opry this Saturday, so tomorrow, and he was nearly brought to tears by the announcement.
I loved this story.
I remember seeing this on Twitter
I loved
originally.
his first performance. He's just chilling in Walmart.
Yep.
Now he's on Ellen. Now he's going to the Grand Ole Opry, which is tomorrow.
And I don't know if you guys saw his
performing.
Walmart performance too. That
Well,
was
yeah.
pretty good.
He had a concert at his hometown Walmart. It was yesterday.
I thought that was, okay, so that was yesterday.
And that was just, he
was pretty great.
He killed it. He's a performer. Good for
He
him.
definitely has a bright future ahead of him.
All right, well, that's a look at what's trending right now. Liz has a look at your national weather.
Well, it's finally just starting to feel like spring across much of the nation, and that's due to a lot of southerly flow that we're seeing across our map. All of this warm air starting to be funneled in through the south. In Kansas City, sitting at 68 degrees, but up in Billings, a big contrast, sitting at 31 degrees right now. On our radar, even though it does feel like spring, we are still seeing some blizzard warnings in effect, especially around Nebraska, as the system starts to move in from the north. But later today, we are going to start to warm up just a tad bit as we get through the rest of the day. Kansas City getting up to 83 degrees. Denver, on the other side of that cold front, only getting to 43 degrees for the rest of the day today. But we are seeing a severe weather outlook associated with all of this warm air being funneled out by all of this cold air mixing. We'll be seeing a moderate risk, 4 out of 5 on our severe weather indicator for much of the area down here and extending from west Gulf Coast all the way up to even the upper Midwest throughout the rest of the day today. Associations with this include damaging winds, large hailstones, and potential for severe weather, indicating tornadoes as well. That will be in effect from the rest of the day today, could linger on as this cold front moves off.
All right, Liz, thanks. Coming up, one final look at the weather.
Yep, that's after your weather now.
Welcome back. Current time is 8:33. Temperatures outside 63 degrees southwest wind at 13 miles per hour. Temperatures today going to reach upwards of 78 degrees for central Indiana. Overnight lows 60 degrees, and then we're going to see some storms working their way through the overnight hours. This is in association with this marginal risk for severe weather for east central Indiana. Slight risk out west along that Illinois-Indiana border. So let's go ahead and break that down on Precision Cast to highlight the main significance through the weekend. So by midnight, stronger storms are going to start to push their way in towards northern Indiana as indicated by these areas of heavy reds and oranges. Those are going to indicate where those heavier pockets of showers are going to be. This system is going to quickly move on out, and then right around lunchtime on Saturday, we're going to see some clearing, rain-free hours, and then the showers become more widespread and isolated as the day progresses. More showers push their way on through Sunday morning, so more washout conditions can be expected throughout much of Sunday. So if you have some Sunday outdoor plans, you might want to move those back indoors. Then for the 7-day forecast, temperatures are going to drop drastically throughout the next 3 days, all the way down to 39 degrees by Monday, and even a 30% chance for some snow flurries. Yes, snow in mid to late April back in the forecast. However, temperatures quickly work their way back up to the 60s by Wednesday, and plenty of sunshine in the latter half of the work week for next week, you guys.
All right, Ballant, thank you so much. That's all for Cardinal Weather for this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, and have a great rest of your weekend.